really wanted to watch the game.
I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Gets past one man. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Hey, Alpha.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers.
What the fuck did I do?
An open left side. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams. 64 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Rodgers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Graham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the hole.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, his second sack of the night. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And the pressure gets to him again. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting. And after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we said?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Joey Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Strip that ball.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's going to go down again. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. 48 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. is fielded at the 2. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now Rodgers.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, Eckler.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, able to just roam and hit.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Adams has it complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.